Okay, I'd like to talk a little bit about raw netting. Raw netting is just like fabric that you would get from a fabric store. What's different about us is that we have really, really big netting. Where a fabric store might sell you fabric in 60-inch wide bolts, ours are as wide as 12 foot. So conceivably you can get a raw netting piece that's 12 feet by an entire football field. So it's really, really big. It's 100% polyester. It's California fire rated, solution dyed so it won't fade. Now, the difference between raw netting is, raw netting is just, again, it's just like a fabric, as opposed to our fabricated solutions. On our fabricated solutions, which is elsewhere on the website, what we do is we custom cut some shape to the inch, slopes, notches, whatever you need. And then there's a doubled over seat belt that we double stitch around the entire perimeter of the curtain. And that's the difference between fabricated solutions and raw netting. Not all netting is created equal. So if raw netting is what you want, this is a competing product you may have seen in the marketplace. I don't want to talk about who they are. Well, first of all, let me show you this. I got two fingernails here. This one's kind of rounded. This one's got a point. So I'm going to use my rounded fingernail. I'm going to go right through it. Okay? There's another product out there used for projection screens. Same thing, rounded fingernail, goes right through. So not all netting is created equal. As opposed to our product here, right? Sharp fingernail. Can't get through it, okay? And we have even stronger stuff, right? We have different mesh types. Here's a drill bit. I can get it through, but it's not going to be easy. There it goes, all right? And then we have different mesh types. We have no-see-um mesh. It's a very, very small holes. It's designed to keep out a little tiny biting fly called no-see-ums. It's also been used for other applications. Sniper hides for special forces use this a lot. We get a lot of orders for that. We've even had this used to separate baby eels from adult eels who like to eat baby eels. We've done a lot of stuff. If you think about what our netting is, we're kind of in the filter business, filtering adult eels away from baby eels, or it's an optical filter, things like that. So you can think of it in those terms. We have a white version of this no-see-um mesh. And this looks like a black sheer material, and this looks like a white sheer material. Now the photo that you're looking at now is us taking, this is our weakest netting, still good stuff, right? But this is our weakest netting. And you can see this photo of us lifting up a 240-pound man. This is our heavy mesh, right? This is more in a grid shape. And that's the black curtain that you saw, sharp fingernail and all that stuff. That was done with this mesh in this color, the black that you've already seen. We also have an ivory. Ivory is, sometimes white's just a little too white, and people want ivory. This is our black shade mesh. This is the material I was trying to put this through. This is a white version of that shade mesh. And we use this for projection screens, outdoor projection screens. So you can get yourself a $600 projector, buy yourself a $200 screen, you'd be watching 10-foot tall by 18-foot wide movies out in your backyard. And we're always experimenting. So we're playing around with this color here. This is a cocoa brown. We're not sure we're going to keep it or continue it or not. Depends on the demand. So we are all about quality. So look, I get it. You don't know me. And you don't know if what I'm, you look at different companies online, they all look the same. They're not. They are not all the same. Not all netting is created equal. And if you want us to send you out samples, we'll be happy to send you out samples. Just give us a call. We'll help you with rigging ideas. So if you've got some personal project you're trying to do, like cover a garden, or you decide you want to create a driving range in your backyard by taking a big piece of netting and hoisting it between two trees and driving golf balls. Whatever your problem is, or whatever you're trying to accomplish, keeping leaves out of a swimming pool, whatever it is, call us and we'll give you some rigging ideas. But what we want to leave you with is this is good stuff. If I knew how to make it any better, I'd already be doing it. In fact, in a lot of these meshes, I've gone through some of them up to 12 iterations to kind of change that cocktail to get it just right. You know, one last thing I want to tell you is even with our raw netting, you cannot, a cut edge will not unravel, right? Everything is lock stitched. On a lot of nettings, what they do is that when a row thread passes a column thread, they just go over, under, and then they heat stamp it. On this mesh here, every time a row thread passes a column thread, at every intersection, it gets knitted to that thread, and that's why it doesn't unravel when it's cut. Yeah? This is just good stuff, and we want you to have it. Thanks.